If you look at most of the online shops right now, they're selling streetwear, like thrift and all that. And from my personal experience, they are making good business.
First, most of the fundis, they don't do it well for them. Secondly, most of the fundis are liars.
Even before you've opened your mouth to speak, they can tell what kind of a person by the way you dress from the top to the bottom.
You can just see the kids' reactions, you see. But when they wear what they love, they are so happy, they are comfortable, they laugh, they play.
The African fashion scene has seen massive growth over the last couple of years, with many careers booming and many diverse styles coming up. Look at Kenya, for example. We went from only dressing in those ridiculous Konda suits and vitenges to seeing people in streets of Nairobi dressed in all sorts of Western styles. Even girls wearing revealing clothes has been normalized these days. On this documentary, we are going to look at the booming business scene of the fashion industry in Kenya. My name is Sandy, and you're watching the Afro-Fashion. Fashion isn't just about the clothes we wear. It's a language we speak without words, a reflection of our identity and aspirations. Think about it. When you slip into that designer outfit or lace up those Nike sneakers, you're not just getting dressed. You're stepping into a world of confidence and trust in the brands you love. After getting ready in the morning to go out into the world, the clothes you step out in definitely define what kind of day you're gonna have. Weaving through Nairobi's busy streets, I'm reminded of the rich history of African fashion. Did you know that traditional African textiles are more than just fabrics? They're woven with stories of culture, heritage, and identity, passed down through generations. Take the kanga, for example. These vibrant printed fabrics have been a staple in Kenyan fashion for generations, with each pattern telling its own story. Originally brought to Kenya by Swahili traders, kangas have evolved over time, becoming a symbol of femininity, empowerment, and even political expression. Our first stop in our journey was at Touch Against Wear, a menswear fashion brand at the heart of Nairobi CBD. Mark told us a short story about their business, which mainly focuses on European style of fashion. The business aims at grooming men in an official style and ensuring they feel confident as they step out to go on with their daily activities.
We're a clothing brand in Nairobi town. We sell suits and other menswear. Honestly, I personally think we have evolved, yes. And the way things are going, we're mostly embracing the European and the Western styles, but there are a few brands which are trying to stay authentic to the African culture, which I applaud. And but personally, that's not our target. That's why we're sticking to some of the fashion which is not, you wouldn't consider African. Yeah, because of the line of work we target.
We then got a chance to meet the amazing staff at Drip Kenya, a lady wear fashion brand at Nairobi CBD. Their designer Anne shared her views on fashion in Kenya and Africa as a whole.
I'm a fashion designer. I work at Drip Kenya currently. Lately,
I can see people are passionate about fashion in Africa at wide, also in Kenya. It has grown largely. I can see that they're embracing different types of fashions, either street, casual, official. They're not limiting themselves.
David Mwangi told us an interesting story about their brand, Sir George Suits, a gentwear brand that focuses solely on men's suits. They offer event packages such as weddings and graduations, and also personal suits. They have worked towards solving the major gap communication between the client and the tailor, making sure the client gets the exact requested order and on time.
Basically, I deal with suits, and I am a fashion entrepreneur. I am not a designer and I'm not a tailor. In entrepreneurship, you find that you have to solve a problem, and when you solve a problem, that is whereby you are able to get a job, and that's why you're able to make money. So there's an issue between tailors and the client. That's why we start. When there's a problem whereby there's no communication between the tailor and the client, you find that someone keeps an order or makes an order, and then the order overstays, or the order is done in the wrong way. So that is a problem. So I thought about that, and I had to come in between and try to solve that as a problem. So basically, I started around 3 years ago. I am a graduate, but I didn't follow my engineering dream and my engineering career. I decided to follow this because also there were no jobs. Vijana wako na kazi na mimi pia siko na kazi.
After talking to a few of the businesses, we realized that they all have their own specific target customers and motivations. Salma shared a story about their business, Hot Mom Baby Shop. She also shared her thoughts on how fashion can affect someone's self-esteem and confidence.
Okay, we sell women's clothing, babies' clothing, and strollers. Okay. Moms, okay, that's basically people who have kids or, just parents, because we have women's clothing. So when someone comes to buy for themselves, they get a chance to also buy for their kids. When I look good, I feel so good, I feel so confident. But, kuna zile siku tu umevaa, just ujisikie kuvaa, to dress up. Those days, okay, yes, I feel I look good, but the confidence, kama ilikuwa hapa, it's not there, like, it's not it. So yeah, it does affect your confidence and self-esteem.
We also got a great chance to tell the story of Nova City, one of the fast-rising fashion lines in Kenya. And for sure, they have mastered the art of making ladies feel good about themselves.
Nova City is a fashion line. I would say that they're like the fastest growing fashion line as per now. So what we do, we sell women's clothes, the best kind of women's clothes.
Sabina also shared her thoughts on the modern streetwear fashion that has been mostly adopted by Gen Z.
Okay, the type of clothes people are wearing these days, basically the Gen Zs. I wouldn't say it's like overwhelming. Okay, it's good, yes, but I think they're going too far with it. Yeah, their kind of dressing is not the same as the ones we used to dress back then. Yeah, I would like to see us being among the people who, like, when they give awards, who come a Jew. I would like to see us being among those people because we've been really low on fashion. Yeah.
Our next stop was at Queen's Collections, a ladies' fashion shop that has a unique approach to their target customer. At Queen's Collections, they only target the older women to buy their luxurious clothing.
So we mostly aimed women, like older women, though from 40 years and above. Like most our competitors, they deal with youth stuff. So those who are selling women's were a bit rare. So that's why we got an idea to be selling older women clothes.
Lady wear fashion shops were the highest in number from our fieldwork, since ladies are a huge consumer of fashion in Kenya. Stella from Showbiz shared a story about their business. and her thoughts on how fashion affects how people perceive you.
Your appearance, the way you dress, the way you present yourself. For example, if you are going for an interview, the first thing they look at is the way you are dressed. And then from there, they can tell what kind of a person, even before you've opened your mouth or to speak, they can tell what kind of a person by the way you dress from the top to the bottom. The store name is Shoe Biz Collection. We deal with ladies' clothing, both formal and casual wear. And late last year we introduced kids stuff because there was demand, and the progress is good. So we are thinking of opening a store for kids before the end of this year.
Mildred also shares the story of her business, Frymark Collections. They sell menswear, especially the casual look. She also shares where most Kenyan businesses get their clothes and materials from. At Frymark, you can also find clothes and shoes from some of the popular luxury brands in the world, such as Gucci and others, which sets them apart from others, since it's hard to find genuine products from these brands in Kenya.
Of course, as a business person, there are more risk. There are challenges. Challenges are there. It's a must for a business to stand. You need to face also challenges. So it just needs strength, sacrifice, and to just cooperate. That's all I can say. Most of my clothes, we import them from Turkey, so they are good material. You also know, guys, what I'm talking about. Turkey are the best.
Fashion stretches further than just ladies and gents. Children are also a part of fashion. We got an insight of the same from an established kids brand, Style My Kids Kenya. The idea for the establishment of this brand is quite interesting, as Vera narrates.
I'm a sales girl at Style My Kids KE. Our business was started 3 years ago, and where we got the idea is from my boss has a passion of styling kids, so she wanted somewhere that she could style other kids because her kids now are grown-ups.
Finally, on our journey to uncover the business sector of fashion here in Kenya, we got a chance to interview a very experienced designer who has been on the fashion scene since 1985. Osei Kwame is a Ghanaian fashion designer who permanently set camp here in Kenya, where he found the most demand for his talent and work. Kwame, who owns St. Osei clothing brand, shares his journey in more detail.
My name is Osei Kwame. I'm from Ghana, and I've been in this business, I think, somewhere 1985. That is when I passed out from going through designing school. By 1985, I opened my shop back home in Ghana. Then, 2007, I came to Kenya and I established this business here. So, from that time, this is what I've been doing. I started from my house in South Sea. Then, after 3 years, I moved to this place. If you come to stitching, I do everything. Trousers, shirts, suits, ladies' dresses, and all my fabrics are from Ghana. Sometimes also I go to Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, and bring ready-mades from there, just to bring a change in my business.
Kwame lives by one motto alone: support African fashion. That was the major motivation for him to set up his business in Kenya. Kwame noticed that in Kenya, way more than other African countries, we had been infected by the European culture and fashion. He noticed that even if we had interest in the African materials and clothes, there were no proper tailors of the same, since most of them were doing suits, and that's how he decided to take up that mantle. And many, many years down the line, he's one of the most reputable fashion icons in Kenya, having designed for some of the most influential people in Kenya, including the former president.
Back home in Ghana, we normally say promote made in African clothes. So there's no way we can't be following the white people, the white dresses for the white dresses. Like, today's Friday. In Ghana, on Fridays, from the president to the last person, you put on an African to the office. So I decided Kenyans, we are all Africans, they like this clothes, but they don't have good fundis. They have good fundis, but they don't have fundis who do this West African stuff. So I decided to come here and introduce this thing to Kenyans. I've talked to citizens that even I want some of their news anchors to be putting on African. They are talking about it, and I hope one day they will agree to me and I'll be doing that for them. We have to promote African this thing, because all these things you see here, they call Woodin. They are from Ghana. These ones are from La Cote d'Ivoire. You see those things there, they are from Senegal. Yeah, so we have all these stuffs here. You know, Kenyans have been too Western. They put on suit. So Kenyans are very good in suit. To come to stitching of suit, but some of them, they are not good in this African thing. So we got into the country and we started training some guys. And now they are very good. They are working all over the country, very good.
Kwame believes that getting into fashion was the best decision he ever made, and he would advise any young person to venture into it. He says that through fashion, he has met with world leaders and sat at the high tables. This has been the Afro-Fashion, and I've been your host, Sandy. Have a nice time.
If you come to fashion, you will never go wrong. You will never. You will never go wrong, trust me. Personally, you will look good.
Always.
Always you look good. And also, you'll be meeting the big people. Don't underrate it. Just learn it the way I told you. Learn it very well, and you will never go wrong.